Hey, welcome in, guys. Happy Father's Day to everyone who is a father. It's also Pride Month, I think. So happy Pride Month to anyone who is proud. Okay, check the show notes. If you've never been here before, my name is Josh. On Sundays, I usually do a scan and request show. I scan over shelves and take requests and then run stuff. Hey, Bat Mom. Oh, uh, Bat Mom. I shouldn't have done it. It just raises my blood pressure. It gets me all psyched, I guess. The last thing Butterfly said before I come down was, "Don't advertise him." My thought on it, though, is that originally this app was for resellers, career resellers, and I've said this before. And if you've been here, you've heard me rant about it. You used to have to provide tax information, you had to provide inventory, you had to have a social media presence for your reselling business, you had to have an e-commerce store of some sort of substance. It had to be your career, and you had to prove to whatnot that that was what you were doing it for, like for a living, to be able to sell on here. And I'm not bashing the people that do this for a hobby, but that's the way it used to be. And if they go back to doing listings where you have to do individual items, um, it's going to hurt certain people. And I understand that the people that will hurt, um, they want to get on and rant about it, um, because it will hurt them if they have to change the way they've been doing stuff. But if you came here for a show, this isn't much of a show. You probably won't be very entertained. Yeah, and I can't, and you can't say too much about it without. I don't want to offend people or hurt people's feelings that do this for fun and a hobby, and you have every right to, because Whatnot opened it up to everybody. Um, but you can't be butthurt if Whatnot starts to go back and says, "Hey, we're going to make this so you can't just pull crap out of a box from a storage unit and sell it as is. You have to actually list the stuff." Yeah, I should get that out of the way right away. Has anybody suffered a loss in their family this week or been diagnosed with a horrible disease? Okay, we're good. Or has your husband recently lost his job? Colonel, no matter what I do, I end up offending someone. Oh, Batmom, are you serious? And now I'm laughing about now I'm laughing about your husband being unemployed. I thought you were just being a smartass because I was. For anybody that was here last week, I could be wrong, but I'm 99.99% sure that the person did not lose her husband to a horrific sheepdog accident. Um, if you know anything about those dogs, they don't maul people to the point that they rip them limb from limb. Um, if I'm wrong, and statistically speaking, I am not wrong. I do apologize again to that person, but I think they were being a smartass. Oh, yes, I offended someone whose husband was tragically mauled to death by a dog, um, supposedly. Um, a very small dog. What did I miss? Butterfly's here. She's gonna smack me. What did I miss? I didn't turn it on until now. I was just telling them that I really don't believe that the person's husband was mauled to death by a dog that weighs 40 pounds. Yeah, okay. Somehow I don't think that's it, but okay. Alrighty. So I'm gonna get started. Uh well, Bat Mom, you'll just have to pull yourself up and him up by your bootstraps and could always start raising sheepdogs. I'm resisting the temptation to make a comment about this being the golden age, Bat Mom, but I guess I just did. See how I did that? Sell something. Oh, I've got thousands of things in my bin. If you're here to buy, make offers. I'm going to start scanning here real quick, but I mean, and I'll say this about earlier today, if anyone was listening to that. As much as this is a show for people, some people, there's other people that are actually they come to buy, and if you're a new seller, you got to take that into consideration when you're formulating your business plan or whatever. There's weeks when I have these shows that I end up selling more from my bin outside of the show than I actually sell by selling stuff by holding it up here. Um, okay, so on Sundays, I do the scans. You make requests in the chat. There's $5 starts on everything. That's right. They're quality listings. People find them all over the world. This morning, I shipped something to Israel. Yes. Um, just because they can see the pictures and the words. Whoever said get selling, there's at least a quarter of the people here that would probably don't care if I sell anyway for some reason. There's a small subset of whatnot users that attend my shows on Sunday morning just hoping I'll crash out. All right, we're gonna sell some stuff on my table here real quick, and then I'm gonna scan. We're all right. Jack Daniels cards. They're running. Whoops, I didn't make that. I was gonna do sudden death. We're doing sudden death on this table and get it cleared off. And sudden death. Office trivia game in the box. Still sealed. Thank you, Ghost. Batman, you just grossed me out. And there is a pack of sealed playing cards with tulips on them. What would you like me to sell, Colonel? You got Quick Draw McGraw, kids game. Yeah, it doesn't get better at noon either. Different pack of Jack Daniels playing cards. Gene, you're gonna get angry at me, but like the show notes say, I do the pre-listed stuff at noon. If you don't want to put up with me until noon to see it, just come back at noon. And there we go. We got Jimmy Carter, best president ever, or worst president ever, depending on your political leanings. There's a squishy shaped like a pig, brand new. You squish them. All right, we're doing the Craftsman tin, gift card tin, shaped like a toolbox. All right, penciler. Uh, this is it's got manganese in it. It glows. There's no damage on that old bottle, and that's running. Yeah, my time zone. It's in an hour and 45 minutes. And if it was something I could just grab real quick, I would do it. But they're all over in the other area. All right, we're doing this. 10 seconds sudden death on the old ViewMaster, probably 1940s, maybe 50s. You're getting all these reels with it. Kentucky, Texas, Mounties, and Alaska are all complete, I think, and have the books and stuff in there. So we're doing sudden death on that. Yeah, and you can pre-bid on this stuff if you want to put a low ball pre-bid in, and it'll. Or I think if you thank you, Batmon. If you do the little bookmarky thing, it'll tell you. It'll tell you when I put the item up, and it. But if you put, I won't show it unless it has a pre-bid. Um, so I won't pin it because that's just the way I do it. Um, so if you want to place a pre-bid, it'll notify you. Otherwise, just come back at noon and ask right away, and I'll show it first. Glass Christmas ornament, big one, hand blown, iridescent. It's running. Canister, nice condition. Bear Bank, some paintware. Japan. Oh, somebody that's a seller on here pre-bid $1,200 last week on something, and they sent me a message asking if I could cancel it, and I didn't get the message till after the show. Unfortunately for me, it only sold for like $20. Set of these things, in a nice little box. And that is running. Hey, Rag, how are you? All right, three more things and then we'll scan. We got the hemorrhoid suppositories original box. Nobody wants the hemorrhoid suppositories box. And these are still sealed. There's plastic around them. Washington, D.C. playing cards. And that is running. Did you try to cancel it, Bat Mom? And the last item, and then we'll get scanning, is this Trichem liquid embroidery fair special. Kind of a neat embroidery tin. It's got a train on it. The lid is an embroidery hoop. Oh, thanks, Bat, or thanks, Dawn. I don't know what the condition of the goo is in there, but it's still an original box. Anyway, it's running 10 seconds sudden death. Neat tin. Thank you, Bat Mom. Okay, I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run one without sudden death. I'm not running anything, so don't bid on it. So I don't forget to change it back. It's liquid embroidery paint, not goo. Well, it is now Bat Mom's liquid embroidery paint. Okay. Thank you, Underdog. Feel free to make offers. Um, One thing about Whatnot is the shipping is super cheap. So you can buy a bunch of stuff for not very much money. All right, we're going to walk over here and start over here. And I'm going to scan the shelves. If you've never been here before, you just make requests. Just if you want that 1980s, early 80s Uncle Ben's rice tin, just say like Uncle Ben, and I'll pull it down. Bishy's retired. Bishy has embarked on a new career. Yes, I guess I'm allowed to say it. Because they went live. Um the the Bishis have started their own business. They're doing tech support and device maintenance or maybe some repairs. I'm not quite sure. So if you're in Crossville, Tennessee, and you need tech support, you can go to sensible.com, spelled like their last name, Sentz, able, or maybe it's sensible. I don't remember. Yeah, she abandoned me. It did suck. I'm now taking applications for unpaid mod positions. I will. I won't pay you, and I'll make you wish you weren't here. Hey, she put herself into that situation. She was a full blown volunteer. Nobody likes this shelf. I'll have to put a thing on my Facebook page. uh, sh- Share a link to her Facebook page for their new business because I don't remember how exactly it's spelled, but they've got a Facebook page and a website and everything. Welcome in. We're doing scan and request show. You see something you want me to run, you got to tell me what it is, and I'll run it. And if nobody wants anything, we're just gonna, I guess, stand here and pan over the shelves until noon when I do the pre-listed stuff. Yeah, that's right, Batmom. The roller and the baby shoes. Got those. Batmom, I think she probably made a wise decision. Skeleton key and Smurf plate. Oh, the Smurf plate is stock. How the hell did I get it on there? It's sensible with an A. Sensible with an A. A pertaining to technology and computers, not Ibble with an I. Get the tape. So if you miss Bishy, which people liked her more than me anyway, uh, look up that what Butterfly posted, Sensible, on uh, Facebook and give her a follow. All the great presidents. No, she knows she's still doing the Naughty Awards. Yeah, Bishy was the one that did the Naughty Awards. If you're here and you don't know who we're talking about, if you go to thesuburbanbish.com, you can find out about the Naughty Awards. That pot, that one. What's a pot? Okay, all right. We're gonna run those things, and I'm gonna put the phone back over here. And if you see something in the background that you want, you can request it too. I'm gonna grab that pile of stuff, and then we'll run it real quick. I'm gonna try to extract the Smurf license plate. Okay, somebody requested the baby shoes. I've got another pair of baby shoes up there too. I will sniff them just for you, Bat Mom. It smells like leather. Well worn. That was a mobile baby. All leather construction, only one lace, no real damage. And those are running. I don't know how that works. Maybe the other roller by the cat. Okie dokie, I'll pull that down. Thanks, Moose. So, me and Butterfly have a question that we've been too lazy to Google. When plants, when you plant plants and they get cross pollinated, does the resulting fruit change if it's a hybrid, or does only the fruit that's produced by the seeds of the fruit change? Like if you have a red tomato and a white tomato and they cross pollinate, does the fruit become orange? It's a pink one. Yeah, not orange, pink. Duh. We have all this technology and we're both too lazy to just like ask our phones. Why won't it focus? So this is a national number 574 boxwood roller, and that is running. Not sure why it's not focusing. I don't think it likes that lady back there. We got to get her out of there. Thank you, Bat Mom. All right, we're gonna run that lady. I think she's screwing with my focus. We're gonna run this nice Art Deco swivel frame, pressed wood. She's in focus now. Hand tinted picture, and that is running. See, that's what I was thinking, Dawn. But thank you, Dean. What's that, Bat Mom? It's empty. It's just the tin. The old Scotch tape tin, and that is running. Thank you, Bat Mom. The cat on the upper shelf. That cat right there. Okay, yes, we'll do that. So on the bicycle license plate, 1983 Smurfs. That is running. I don't know, Bat Mom. Let us know how it turns out for you. Thank you, Dairyland. All right. Somebody got the cat. And this is a really nice roller. It's spectacular. We'll do those in a bit. It's the thought that counts, right? So on the enamelware pot pan with lid, that is running. Thank you, Batmom. How does he not wake up when you're baking muffins? Is it just the airflow? Speaking of waking up, butterfly, Dawn tells me that there was a lot of excitement in that game that we both fell asleep in last night. All right, lots of wear to this, but it's old. And look, it's got a nice brass slider that slides out on the extension. So it's one of those folding rollers running with the brass extension. And thanks again, Batmom. Okay, this skeleton key here is signed Ruswin. A butterfly, I'm sorry. That is running on the skeleton key. I told Dawn I couldn't believe you didn't wake me up with the screaming of all that I heard about what happened in it. If you don't know and you're a baseball fan, Butterfly is a Mets fan. Thank you, Dean. Butterfly, she's having issues this year. It's it's unfortunate. They had so much potential and promise, and then they got rid of all their players, and it's very sad. So we got a mid-century kitty cat. There's an iridescent glaze to it and gold cold painting. A little bit of wear to the cold painting, as you can see, but no chips or anything. So the kitty's running. And we got this little, I don't know what you call it, some sort of brass basket. It's all brass. It's got little feet on it. Not sure what the technical name is. They use big ones for firewood and kindling. So the brass thingy is running. Thanks for the follow. The green thing with the silver handle. Or the round. Thank you, Dean. This thing? Where's my Where's my hand? Oh, there went the cat. That thing? It's a ginormous lock. Latch for a door. It's cool. I'm not sure what it is, what it was from. It would have been quite a thick door. Where's all the rollers I had? I don't know. I'll run it and see if anybody wants it. It's got lots of verdigris on it. It works. Not sure. Quite heavy. Well, I'm gonna run it. Don't feel you have to bid on it, Bad Mom, but anybody can. Uh, all brass. Okay, fine. Everybody wants that, so I'm gonna stick that over there. All right, so that was all the requests. I'm gonna get back to scanning. If you see something on the shelves that you want me to run, just put it in the chat and we'll pull them down. And after we have a little pile, we will run them. At noon, I will do the pre-listed items. I think there's 50 some in there this week. You can pre-bid or you can wait. This is the world's cutest doll. Says so on the tag. I don't know if I added any dog. I added some dogs. Ghost. Okay, here's where I offend 30% of the audience, or maybe the people that might be offended. I won't offend. I'll just ask. Did anybody see the Orange Man's, the president's truth with the woman on the couch today? Did anybody see that? I am so confused. Google it. He posted this picture of, like, from the 80s of this woman on a couch, and I haven't been able to really figure out who it was, and nobody seems to know. It might be like the former first lady of Arkansas, and it said something about like the best daughter or something. No idea what it meant, but it was odd. Unfortunately, this stuff shows up in my feed, Dawn. I wasn't like scrolling on Truth Social. This little thing is kind of neat. It's kind of, I think it must have had a lid at one point, but it's like a little turtle thing, kind of hiding in his shell. There's a mid-century baby rattle. Jellyfish paperweight. There was a baby dove outside yesterday. Its mother just decided to leave him run around by himself. And we were out planting in the garden, and I chased him up on top of Butterfly's car. And then his mommy came and took him away somewhere. But he was just adorable. But I haven't seen him yet today. So no requests whatsoever from that stuff. I'm a horrible picker. Welcome in. We're doing requests. If you see something you want me to run, just put it in the chat. Last week, somebody asked for geese and raccoons, so I added geese and raccoons to the shelves. I don't know. I think he's a floating soap bar of soap holder. It's kind of a neat Texaco stamp wetter envelope sealer. I put so much thought and effort into it, Ghost. Like that little cow. I'm like, here's a cow. I bet it'll fit in one of those little squares. And it did. All right. No requests from that stuff either. Oh my. Anybody want a full size 50-pound, no, 100-pound potato sack? Everything's $5 starts. That doll there? She looks like a near drowning victim or something, or maybe a fully finished drowning victim. Composition, she's got issues. It's composition, like I think, like composition, like pressed wood, that type of deal. Jointed hips, jointed shoulders, and her head's fixed in that thing. She is. And she's running. I'm gonna run her while I've got her standing here. How old it is? I don't know. I'm guessing probably 20s, 30s. No, her head doesn't spin around. It's like fixed. Oh, see, that's what composition is. It's like wood. I showed this last week. There's a creepy one too. She's got permanent devil horns on her hand. Do you want that one? That one's $200 if you want it. It's a Heinrich Handwerker from Germany, Victorian. I like people who like expensive creepy dolls. But you seem okay. You can stay. Bishy's here. Yeah, hey Bishy. Yeah, she rode home in the passenger seat. And she weighs enough that it triggered the airbag switch. Bishy, I was telling them about your business ventures. I figured it was okay since you were they were wondering where you were at. Anybody know what that is? It's a beautiful work of God's creation, Ghost. According to Google, that I gotta preface everything I say with that because Google's wrong about half the time. It's a whale barnacle. My AI profusely apologized to me yesterday for hallucinating. So we're making we're making progress with the AI. Not sure what that is. It's rough. I'm gonna say probably 1920s Egyptian revival. It's like an egg. Oh man. Oh, that's two things that fell off today. Tabby says it is a barnacle. I don't know what it is, but it's got these deer on it. It's supposed to be a box, I think. Or maybe it doesn't even go together. I don't know. But it was goofy. So I stuck it up there. Did not research it in any way because it's rough. Tabby, you're probably right. That's probably why it's got all those holes in the bottom of it. Bat Mom, don't advertise him. Is everybody here old enough to remember when pop came in glass bottles with those type of caps? Bat Mom's old enough. So is Prilby. or per Libby or I know, Ghost. Nobody wants it. I've had it up there for several weeks. Moose and Dawn are old enough. Is there anybody young enough? Let's ask it that way. Is there anybody young enough that never had pop or soda in a bottle that was glass that had a you had to have a bottle opener for? We're all old people here, apparently. If you're into tolls, that's a pretty nice clamp. It's a Colt from Batavia, New York. Tab- Tabby remembers cans. They don't give us that demographic information in our analytics, Ghost. Yeah, if you've never seen it before, I'm out in the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania. The little village we're in has I think 7 houses, but there used to be a general store 2 doors down from here, and they had one of those pop machines that had the opener in the front of it, and the caps drop down into a hidden compartment. Well, the owner would go out and he would just dump the bottle caps right outside the door, like right off the side of the building. And there was this mountain of bottle caps out there, and it flowed down over the bank. I mean, there was like just hundreds of thousands of them that the guy did that with. Kitty corner. Eeyore, I'm from the area of Pennsylvania. We call it Caddy Corner. I do, and my grandma used to drink tab and whiskey and chain smoke cigarettes. The dandelion paperweight. Uh, Lisa, are you asking about something from the buy now? Um, I don't have access to those. Those are in a completely different area of the building. If you want to make an offer, you can. I can't just like whip it out. There is no film in those cans. Somebody wants them, I can run both cans together. They're just the Eastman Kodak logo embossed on aluminum cans. I bought a box of Swedish erotica on 8 millimeter, and those were in there. That is a Betsy Ross House bank. You can't show the film on here. Have you ever seen those Swedish erotica films? The covers are like very explicit, like very graphic. I don't have enough fingers to cover all the areas of the you'd have to cover to be able to sell it on here. The bank. Look at that. I left the tag on it so I would remember what it was. And I actually remembered without needing the tag. I've never tried to sell it on Whatnot. I have a hard enough time selling other stuff. So since this is the only thing that was requested in a while, I'm going to run this while I have it in my hand. I think it's cast iron, but I don't know. Maybe it's die cast. I forget. Die cast. Yes, all your money will fall out. It'll fall all over the table. It's running. And the old Betsy Ross House bank. Thank you, Dawn. And let's set that down here. Where were we? Did we make it the whole way through this shelf? There's a cloth All American lead shot bag. I know. Bat Mom, I've got horses. I've got horses and donkeys, and raccoons and geese. I'm sorry, butterfly. We've even got Barack Obama dolls. Two of them. Bat Mom wants the shot bag. £25 bag. It is cloth. Pretty nice condition. And that is running on the All American shot bag. Thank you, Bat Mom. Give me a sec while I change the boxes. Oh. Okay. So it's 11:01. If you see something you want me to run, just put it in the chat and I'll pull it down. We'll run them. $5 starts. Check the show notes. At noon, we will do the pre-listed stuff. Hey, Pick, how are you? Santa's doing bad things to that mouse. Do I have everything in there in your shop? I don't. I'm not sure what that means, Tabby. Everything in where? In what shop? Anybody want a pile of candles? You got Santa who is being overly affectionate towards this mouse. I'm guessing these are like 80s. the doll girl. Okay. And then look, this is like they were fused together, all these girly candles, and then there's these more retro mice. Not perfect condition, obviously. They're fused together. If anybody, I'm going to run these. They're all going for one money if anybody wants them. I don't know what you do with them. And that's running. Yeah, this pile is girly. The rest are something else. They did come that way. Well, S- Santa and the mouse that looks like it's enjoying it uh, did not come that way. They were separate entities when I got them, but they're affectionate. Is this the one you're talking about, Deb? C3PO? Yeah, we can do him. He is broken. Um, no. This one? Okay, we'll pull her down. And then we'll run C3PO too. See, C3PO has a broken arm. We're just going to do him right now. Um, feel free to not bid if you don't want, because he is broken. But if he was not broken, he would be of considerable value. Um, so he's going as is. He's a model that somebody put together. What is he? 1977. Not focusing very good today. That's right, Pig. That's what happened to him. So C3PO is running. Thank you, Lisa. And then we're going to run that doll. Let me put him in a bag. All right, we're gonna put the phone on the cradle. If you see something in the background that you want me to run, uh, just put it in a chat and I'll pull it down. So she appears to be composition. She's marked on the back, not sure what that's supposed to say. She's got old clothes, comes with a little stand. She's got a fuzzy, and she's running. About 4 inches tall, maybe. Thank you, Deb. Deb, do you have a market for those dolls? Beau Brummel, 53J. You collect them. Why is it not focusing today? Oh, there's focused. That's nice. You want to look at the holder. Probably never used. Pure horsehair, super long bristles. Looks old stock to me. And that is running. And the old shaving brush. Thank you, Deb. You see something you want, just put it in the chat. Give me a sec, Deb. Let me try to. I had a whole tub of them. Of course, I have dementia too, so I don't know what I did with them. Something's still blocking the camera. It's the same exact stand I use every time. I have dementia, Lisa. I think that's what I said. Thanks, Don. This is a baseball. I had a 15-minute argument with my AI about this. They told me it was one thing, a flaming frogs ball, a minor league team, because obviously there's a flaming frog logo, and it's not the flaming frogs logo. And I resorted to doing a Google search for this image after I took a picture of it, and it showed up on Wikipedia as what it is, but now I can't remember what it was. I think it's somewhere in Georgia. But I Googled it. There's several notable major league players from that team that became stars. I tried to find their autographs and cross reference them to see if they were on the ball. I couldn't find anything. Um, what I had other dolls that I grabbed, but then I got distracted because somebody asked about this baseball. I don't know. I'll run it if anybody's into autographs. That's as much research as I did on it. I think it was from Georgia. I don't know. Okay. Deb, do you collect the specifically the composition dolls? Is that what you? Yeah, all these all are composition. Got a whole tub of them. They're all about that size. storybook dolls. I think that one is I don't know. You know what it's made out of by looking at it. So but then there's some plastic ones in there. Um she's got some hair issues. Oh, she got attacked by a sheepdog. Oh, so did she. I haven't looked at these. I just bought them this way and pulled one out. Run, run each one of them or the whole thing. Oh, the dog took her entire arm, and her other arm is like just a wee arm. Her. Oh man, which one was her? Here, Deb. This is what I'm gonna do. Uh, I'm gonna run a handful of them for you, and if you're interested in the other ones, shoot me a text or something. And we'll see. So it looks like some sort of bisque. I think plastic. That one's got a cool kitty outfit, but she's missing her head. And then there's the witchy one with the stubby arm. Or loose head in there somewhere. Don't see any loose heads. Oh, there's a loose head. We'll fix her. There. Somebody made her a head. So you get the whole handful, and then we'll go back to scanning and storybook dolls. Looks like bisque and plastic, maybe composition. Thank you, Deb. Let me shove the body into a balcony. Okay. So where were we on the show? I don't remember. If you just joined, we're doing scanning and requesting. If you see something you want me to run, I don't know, dear. I bought those. I don't know what ones you bought for AB. The purple picture? Pretty neat hummingbird occupied Japan, or at least an artist representation of a I know butterfly. I just got those. I don't know where what you're talking about or where they would have went. I just got those the other day. Any vintage bourbon bottles? Um, I have a Michter's Doughboy in the other room. Uh, I do have something. Let me see. I might have some on the shelf. Thank you, Deb. You're awesome. I have some miniatures here. Let me see if there's any bourbon. There's Tullamore Dew, Speyburn, Scotch, uh, more Scotch, Chivas, more Scotch. If you're gonna come into the show in the middle of it and ask about something, respond a little bit to the when I whip something out. If it's something you're interested in or not, or Glenfiddich, more Scotch. Maybe there's no bourbon in here. Uh, more Scotch, more Scotch, more Scotch. Western style whiskey. I don't know what that is. Here's a Krigler and Krigler Distillers from a Kentucky bottle. That's probably bourbon. Any lighters? There should be lighters in my bin. There might be some lighter. I don't know if there's any lighters in the auction tab. Here is a Zico. Oh, and it works, but that just exhausted all the fuel. So Zico butane, I'll run that, and that's running. I think that's a pretty collectible lighter. What kind of lighters were you looking for? There you go. Thanks, Lisa. It did work. Oh, there, it's still working. It's low on fuel, but it's butane. Thank you, Lisa. And if you're a reseller and you never heard of that brand, check that out. It's apparently a thing. pick up all the Zippos that I can and some other lighters. Oh, I got another lighter out here. Um, I'd never heard of that brand, but apparently they're fairly collectible. Oh, that's right. Thanks, Don. Deb, it's going in with the other ones. We've got this one on the shelf. I don't know that I have any more just sitting out here. Um, how does it function? There we go. But marble green, probably lucite. It's an ASR, which is what is that? American Safety Razor, I believe. Table lighter. It's got a little bit of wear to it, but fairly scarce table lighter, and that is running. Thank you, Rocky. Good deal on that one. Yeah, check my auction tab. If you never actually searched around, you click down there, and it'll open up, and you can do a search. Just search for lighter, and it'll show you any that are in auction or in the buy now tab. Okie dokie. We'll go back to scanning. I think we were down about here. Big goofy incense burner. Brass doorknob set. Mid-century little girl on her poodle. With a bung tap in the back. Oh, wait. I'll do that picture. Oh, I should have done that when I had it sitting up here. Now it'll be all goofy again. Here, I'm going to do this picture. I'm not sure who requested that. This glows nicely under 365 light. Lots of manganese in it. Sun tinted purple. Little chip right there on the inside of the I guess straight to the top of the thing. See that? It's chipped. Whoever requested it. But nice pretty picture. And that's running. I don't know if you can tell or not, but yeah, it's purple. Showed up better on the shelf, I guess. Thank you, Lisa. And if you're a seller and you want to advertise any shows, go right ahead. You can always do that. So where were we? We were back up here. Big ass meat tenderizer. And there's all those mini bottles. More dogs. A darner. Okay, got that. Oh, Ghost. You still looking for a cigar ashtray? There's raccoons. Somebody was looking for raccoons last week. Maybe. I don't know, Deb, but it's neat. It's like a chisel or something. It's fairly sharp. I picked one up the other day. Let me go grab it. I'm gonna run this brass thing while I'm walking across the room. I don't know what it is. It's a chisel or something. Solid brass. It's very thick and it's pretty sharp. And that's running. Thank you, Deb. Okay, Ghost. Here is the one I picked up the other day. It's that big. Got big rests. It's got a Brockway Glass logo in it, though. Brockway Glass is pretty much the closest town to us. Has a glass factory that makes glass, and they have been around forever. And it was something they put out in the '70s. The Pennzoil can. Uh, is the Pennzoil can in the buy now, Comer? I'm gonna run this sock darner. Nice antique wooden one, kind of a foot form type. And that is running. The old sewing darner. Thank you, Deb. The shoes, these shoes, or you're saying the brass thing was for shoes? And there's a double deck of uh no problem, Ghost. I just that was cigar size. I don't find big cigar sized ones very often, obviously. Um the brass tube, there's nothing on the tube. I'm not quite sure what it was or what it is. Um I'll run it. I'm gonna Yes, it opens. Yeah, the stuff in the buy now, thanks, Dawn. You just have to make offers. If you click on the pictures ought to be really good. And they probably are described if it's a lot of the stuff in the buy now has lengthy descriptions too. All right, here's this thing. Anybody know what this is? Got like an O-ring on each side. This was one of those things that Gemini told me it was like four different things, and it ended up me yelling at her to not tell me that she understands my frustration. I've started asking my Gemini if she's hallucinating, and she just starts admitting it now. Yes, I was hallucinating. So I'm trying to train her that if she doesn't know, to just say she doesn't know. Sometimes she does. I'm going to run this. It's running. I don't know. It's heavy. Some sort of brass tube that apparently was supposed to waterproof something. Thank you, Deb. Do I have any other belt buckles? Yeah, I mean, I I would guess there are hundreds in there. Um, I'm not sure. Let me check to make sure they're showing up. Buckle, there's 300, like 90 of them. Just let's see what this looks like when I open it. Just click down here and just search for buckle up there. And it works for anything. Like every week somebody comes in and asks for lighters. There's one in the auction tab. If you want to see what's in the buy now, you got to click buy now. And there's 81 lighters in the buy now. Buckle 350 according to that. Andrew, if you're new to the app, I don't know what you're buying for, if you're buying for resale or for collecting, but yeah, definitely use the search down there in people's shops. You can also search from the home screen. Uh, there's some people that just never search; they just flip through shows and hope they find something. But you, yeah, the search, you can find a lot of stuff. There's a ton of products on there. If you search from the home screen, if you're like collecting them or whatever, it'll show you everybody's, and I can't show you because I don't have it pulled up on that computer. But in the upper left hand corner, after you do a search, you can choose between, like, I think, live shows, the marketplace, which is just buy now, and people's usernames. All right. Did I miss any requests there? The beat up shoes. Oh, every time I beat up shoes. These are probably around turn of the century, I'm guessing. There's some staining. I didn't try to clean these. These look like they were probably passed down to different siblings. There's a lot of wear on the soles. The soles are leather. And this one's a lot more worn than this one. It was a gimpy kid that dragged his foot or something. I don't know. But cute little baby shoes. I've got paper towels in them so they hold their shape a little bit better. the gun under the shoes. And those are running. Oh yeah, the gun's a lighter. I forgot about that later. Thank you, Deb. Good deal on those. I just saw a pair of similar shoes sell for $45 at an on-site auction this week. Um, it's a good deal. I don't know if it works. Looks like it's butane. I assume it works and it's just empty, but it's a lighter. Don't see any maker's marks on or anything. Don't see any damage. And that is running on the military gun rifle style butane lighter. Thank you, Dale. Dale. Okay, going back to scanning. You see something you want me to run, just put it in the chat. There's a cornmeal cloth bag. This thing is adorable. Little bisque vase with a, I don't know what he is, a baby and a deer. And this is one of those geese that lays eggs. And you push them down like that. Nice late Victorian or turn of the century tinted boarded photo. It's a bag of letterpress letters. Somebody wants some prisms. I've got that bag there. They're like Manchester prisms. And then there's a whole big baggie up there full of them. Full painted tin box. The wind up train works. The Rocky Mountain Views book is a railroad souvenir from apparently the Rio Grande Railroad. Not sure what came in this box, but it's velvet lined, and whatever was in it was shaped like a U, probably a machinist tool of some sort. The wood box, Deb. Some old sheep shears. And it's a signed pair, and there's a Kraft cheese box back there. A lot of cabinet cards. That is a bag of clothespins, kind of weathered in an old onion sack. Trim, I got the Winchester box pulled down. The Herder's gunstock tin is full. I don't think it was ever opened. It's a little trinket box of some sort, I think. It might be full. Might be partially full. I think that solder tin is partially full too. Cool old paintbrush back there. Accordion picture frame. Toss that in a pile. It's an elephant planner. Okay, I grabbed the I-beam. That little milk glass jar is glowy under 365 light, old Victorian jar. Not sure what's going on with this canoe. Kind of an odd piece. I'm not sure if it was a souvenir. I don't see any writing on it. I've got the brush tab. Welcome in. We're doing scan and requests. At noon, we're going to do the pre-listed items. If you want to take a look at the auction tab and see what's in there, I will show by request and run the pre-listed items that have pre-bids. I'm not going to pull all 50 or 60 things down and or out and show them individually unless they're requested or pre-bid. And we got back there in the back, we got some playing cards. The two on the right are sealed. There's a Norman Rockwell, got the fire truck. And there's an old one from Grant's department store that's some sort of flower. And we've got some deer and the old maid. And that German chalet is a change bank. Okay, I'm going to run those things. If you just joined and you see something in the background that you want me to run, I'm just doing $5 starts. Just put it in the chat and I'll pull it down and add it to the pile. Winchester tin, any marbles? There's clay marbles in the auction tab. I don't know if there's any other marbles. I don't have any out here on the shelves, but if you're looking down here, there's a little lot of clay marbles. I will run that stuff at noon here in 12 minutes. It's a Winchester tin. I don't. I'm guessing a knife came in this, but I don't know. There's nothing in it now. A little bit of service wear, and that's running on the Winchester tin. And we'll do the little I-beam. I don't know if it's meant to be a paperweight or what the deal is. It's steel. And that is running. Thank you, Dow. And we get this accordion picture frame. Obviously, it's got some stock photos in the back or in it. It's brass. I don't see any markings on it. But you just pop those rings out to replace the photos. And that's running. Thank you, Deb. I don't know my toy makers. Cast aluminum. I don't really see any breaks to it. It's got the wheels, but it's obviously missing the ladder. So that is running on the old fire truck. Die cast, pretty good size. Thanks again, Dow. Now we're going to do the paintbrush. I think it says Chesapeake on it. I think it says that up there. But wood handled, lots of age to it. It's got some surface rust on the metal. Oh, look at all the dust in the. Oh, that's probably lead paint dust. Nice looking old paintbrush is running. I breathed before the dust got over here. Good deal, Deb. And the last thing is this. I'm not sure what was in here. I'm guessing it was a machinist tool. Whatever, there's velvet in there. Both sides are like recessed, but it's got an inlaid top, kind of a tiger grain to the wood. Doesn't exactly shut flush. A magnet? I don't know. It might have been. No idea. But neat old box. Neat grain on it, and that is running. Thank you, Deb. And that is yours. All right, I scanned all the shelves in front of me and over to my right. Um, what I'm gonna just gonna run a few things here that are on the shelves beside me because we're running out of time. At noon, I'm gonna do the pre-listed items, uh, but I'll run a few things that are over here. See if anybody's interested in them. Yeah, this whole tray of little cars. I don't think any of them are marked or signed, but they're like mid-century era. Got a plane in there, tow truck, couple. There's a big delivery truck and a little wagon, but you get all of them. All those little plastic cars. And thank you, Dow. Gonna run this. I'm guessing it's a bracelet or maybe a necklace. I don't know, but you can shape it and mold it and move it, and it's shaped like a snake. Don't know nothing about it, but it's metal. It's kind of like stacked lengths, and that is running on the snake bracelet or necklace. Maybe a belt. I don't know what it is. Goes around your arm. I should have modeled it. Oh, I probably need help applying that. I don't know. Thank you, Deb. The tractor. Okay, we can do the tractor. The tractor is broken, or it has a repair to it. Um, so don't feel like you have to bid on it. But know that it does have a repair. It has a very old repair. Graham Bradley. I don't know who made it. Auburn, Son. Oh, it probably says. I can't read it. I think it says Auburn. I don't know, but it says in behind there. But the front wheels of the tricycle, I don't know what they used to repair it. It looks like I don't know, melted rubber bands or something. It is what it is, and it's running. It's a fairly scarce tractor. It's just got the obvious repair to it. Thank you, Dow. Alrighty, if there aren't any other requests, I'm just gonna move this my setup over to the other place and where I can grab the pre-listed stuff. So it's gonna be almost noon. So here in a couple minutes, we're gonna run the pre-listed items. And Cat's Dance Mom, who was in here earlier, she just went live. She's in Postcard Palooza this week. So if you're looking for postcards, you can head over there. I do have some postcards, I think, in the auction tab. But give me a sec to move my computer, and then I'll run through the pre-lid bids here in a few minutes, and take any requests if anybody wants to see anything better. And that'll be stuff from the auction tab. If there's stuff in the buy now that you want to make offers on, feel free to make offers. There's thousands of items there. You can take advantage of Whatnot's cheap shipping. You can't ship much cheaper than on Whatnot. But take a look at that and just give me a minute or two here, and we'll start those. Thanks, Dal. If you're still here, I do this every Sunday. Have on Sunday mornings this type of show. Then I have other ones mixed in here and there. Okay, I'm just gonna go and check the offers. Lisa and Comer, thank you for the offers. I accepted those. And I'm just going to go down through whatever order they come for pre-bids here that I see. It's kind of a random order. It looks like there's only 7 things on the list that have pre-bids. If there's something you want to see, just put it in the chat and I can pull it and show it. Otherwise, I'm just going to do the things with pre-bids, and then we'll find somebody to rate out to here in a little bit after we do the pre-listed stuff. If you've got somebody that you want me to raid to, you can suggest that in the chat. It'll be a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and start pulling these. Looks like the mint sets are what I'm seeing first. And the first one is 1978. And this is a proof set. It's in the envelope. And somebody wrote on it, last Eisenhower proof set. And it's the San Francisco mint set. So that is running on the proof set from 1978. Thank you, Batmom. And we'll do the one from 1977. And I'm just going to run it without showing it. Nobody bid on that except the original bidder, so we'll just run that for her. Thank you, Batmom. And then we'll do 7AL with on the stamp book. And this is the way I found it. Probably from the 60s. This page is empty. It's got little envelope type sleeves. And this side, there's stuff pasted in there. And that's the way it is on every one of these. These ones are tucked in. Those ones are pasted in. Pasted, tucked. But you get whatever's in there. Postmarks and stamps. And that is running. Thanks again, Batmom. And the next thing is the postcard album. You guys grab it. Okay, this is a big album. Relatively modern, contemporary album. And I'm going to flip through it relatively quickly. There's a bunch in here. There's some of these that are vintage chromes. Some logging related ones. There's some older ones. Some historic linen ones. Souvenirs. There's some sort of advertising postcard from New Mexico. Okay, okay. I'm going to flip through them pretty quick. You're going to get the binder with them. You get the cards and the whole album. And actually, I didn't take any of these out. It's the way I found it. I don't know if they have writing on the back of them or not. That one's new. That one's got writing. So it's probably going to be a mix of unused and used. Niagara Falls.
There's the classic deer sleeping, or hunter sleeping while a deer sniffs at him. Some animal chromes. The whole thing is full. I'm gonna run it, and flip through them while it's running. Thank you, Moose. And the next item is gonna be 8x10 of Becker's department store window. Old photograph. And this is from Becker's department store, which used to be in Bradford, Pennsylvania. And that's where the Zippo factory is. 1946. And that is running on the old 8x10. Those are impressive brooches. Thank you, Vicky. That is yours. And 7AT is a ledger. I think this is 1960s. Maybe a little bit earlier, but I think that's when the entries are from. There's writing in it. Lettered tabs in the front. And then there's lots of blank pages throughout. Oh, what's that? Some sort of receipt. But most of the back pages are empty. So I don't know. There's a check in there from 1950 from State College. Say about half full on that ledger. And that's running. It's hardcover. Thanks again, Peg. And here's the marbles. Most of these are clay. That one right there might be wood. For the most part, they're clay. You can probably see them better in the picture. And that had a pre-bid, so that is running. And thank you, Miranda. The person that came in and asked in the middle of the show about marbles must not have wanted to look at that, because the last bag I had of those sold for much more than that, and I only had one bid. 7AZ is next, and this is kind of a neat picture of a cemetery. Welcome in. We're doing the pre-listed items. So if you want to look down through and see if there's anything you're interested in, that's what is available right now. That and the buy now stuff. No idea where this is from. Uh, these photos, this photo came with other ones that were found in Ohio. That really narrows it down for you, I know. But that is running. It is mounted. It's a little bit smaller than a cabinet card. Thank you, Dawn. And the next item is going to be, this is going to be the last item unless somebody requests something. If I ever sell any bottles, um, what do you mean? Like, do I ever try? Or are you looking for bottles? Or I'm not quite sure what you're asking. Um, I don't know if I have any blog tops right now. Let me. I have no blog tops in my online inventory right now. I There's a lot of stuff I don't sell on here. Um, my sort of the way I do things, I'm just doing this by myself, and like it's all stuff I own. So I got to try to make profit on at least half of the items, and it's very hard to sell those on here and make any money. That said, I was watching a show the one night, and somebody had stoneware beer bottles and ginger beer and that sort of thing. She was selling them for probably four times what they were selling for on eBay. It was insane. I'm not one of those sellers that gets big crowds that just get FOMO and just start bidding like crazy though. So any of those type I get, I would stick in my bin. So you're getting all three of these strips, and they are men in funny hats, sort of. Some of them. There, he's wearing some sort of bonnet in the one. I don't know what they're wearing there in the right. And it looks like they're smoking pipes in that one. More female or women's hats. I've got top hats in that one. We've got a tiny hat there. So you get all three of the photo booth type photos. Only 19 teens or before. And those are running. Thank you, Batmom. And we got 8AB has got a pre-bid. It was Dawn Bat Mom. That's who we're going to read out to, I guess, here in just a second. This is the last one that's got 3 bids. This is a family record. Um, I didn't rip it out. Somebody apparently ripped this out of an old Bible or something. It is chippy. It was like 8 pages, 1800s, handwritten. Dean is the name that is most prevalent. Nobody was baptized. They were a bunch of heathens. They're all going to burn in the fiery depths of hell for all eternity, the whole family. But they did get married. So it is what it is. Old 1800s, hand handwritten family record is running. Thanks, Bat Mom. All righty. Last request. Is there anything anybody wanted to see? Otherwise, I'm going to check the offers. No offers. Thank you guys for coming. I will be back at least next Sunday morning with similar stuff. Uh, feel free to bookmark my next Sunday show real quick here before we raid out. We're going to raid out to Capstan's mom, who is in, oh, I don't know what the name of the train is, paper card palooza, postcard palooza, some sort of palooza where they're selling postcards. Uh, she probably has everything pre-listed. She's really good about that. She usually has everything pictured and listed in her auction tab. So when we get there, at least give her stuff a look and see if there's anything you're interested in. Uh, I'll get this stuff all packaged up and it'll all leave tomorrow. Thank you again for coming and buying my crap. Um, let's go see Dawn and have a good Father's Day, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you, Deb. And here we go.